So when I talk about recruiting businesses that pay head of household jobs, I'm really talking about the idea that maybe one more parent in this county can be home to have dinner with their kids. Or maybe there'll be one less person worrying about whether the rent check is going to clear. So our work, in my view, is noble and important. It's critical. So part of our efforts this year will be laying the foundation for future economic development work to refresh our economic vision, reflecting where we are today and in light and in anticipation of the closure of Diablo Canyon. Our work will, of course, be informed by you, our amazing members and volunteers that give this organization such credibility. And it'll also be informed by a trip to a community that has successfully navigated some of the challenges that lay before us. And lastly, and this is where things get a little uncomfortable perhaps, I believe it also has to be informed by the people that aren't here this morning. I'm not talking about the people that hit snooze too many times on their alarm clock. Slackers. I'm talking about the folks that probably wouldn't set foot at a chamber breakfast. To them, economic development is chamber speak for traffic and sprawl. And maybe some of us have written off these folks as obstructionists. But the reality is that many of these folks are good people. They're passionate about our great community. And they're working hard in the way they know how to keep it that way. And I believe we need to hear them, not from a pulpit, but from across the table. Because this community will change. It will arrive at solutions to the challenges that lie ahead of us. There's no doubt about that. But it's my great hope that we can retain our humanity through the change. That we don't get what we want and alienate half the community in the process. That we don't win in a way that creates a losing side. Because solving problems isn't about reaching consensus. That's not my message this morning. But it's not about overpowering your opponent either. I believe our greatest asset isn't our hiking trails or open space or our quaint downtown, but it's our sense of decency and community, the way we treat each other. For the most part, we still treat each other with kindness and respect. We still give each other the benefit of the doubt. We still wave each other into that contentious parking spot in the grocery store. And if you've happened to see what's happening on the national stage, or if you just go online and read the comments in our local newspaper, it's obvious that respect for others is becoming a scarce commodity. So that's my call to us today. Let us renew our efforts to not only rise above our self-interest, but to seek to understand and respect the interests of others. Let us not avoid the awkward conversations and disagreements, but relearn how to disagree without insulting or attacking each other. And finally, let us accept the charge of Brene Brown, who suggests that we have courage to be vulnerable. For without vulnerability, there can be no trust. And without trust, the relational fabric of this community will crumble. That's your 2017. Thank you so much.